So let's get back to it. Moses saw that the people were running wild and that Aaron had let them get out of control and so become a laughingstock to their enemies. So he stood at the entrance to the camp and said, "Whoever is for the Lord, come to me." And all the Levites rallied to him. Then he said to them, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Each man strap a sword to his side, go back and forth through the camp from one end to the other, each killing his brother and friend and neighbor." The Levites did as Moses commanded, and that day about 3,000 of the people died. Then Moses said, "You have been set apart to the Lord today, for you were against your own sons and brothers, and he has blessed you this day." So, what feelings or what thoughts have came to mind during this time, during this part of the reading? How would you feel being in that situation? What would you think? Especially if a calf was made. Maybe you were in the camp and people were shouting for a calf and then, or shouting for something to be made, and then the people had it made. And you knew that having an idol before you was a sin. What would you think? What would you do? What would you say? How about if you were on the mountain with Moses and you were coming down, just like Joshua? How would you feel? What would you think? The next day Moses said to the people, "You have committed a great sin, but now I will go up to the Lord. Perhaps I can make atonement for your sin." So Moses went back to the Lord and said, "Oh, what a great sin these people have committed. They have made themselves gods of gold, but now please forgive their sin. But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." The Lord replied to Moses, "Whoever has sinned against me, I will blot out of my book. Now go, lead the people to the place I spoke of, and my angel will go before you. However, when the time comes for me to punish, I will punish them for their sin." And the Lord struck the people with a plague because of what they did with the calf Aaron had made. So God is a God, a just God. So even if you do believe in the Lord, even if you do believe in his son Jesus Christ, if you do a sin, he is rightly to punish. We are rightly to be punished still. And you can even repent, but it's the Lord's will. If the Lord still sees fit, and that goes for the people who are not saved as well. We're not the people who determine whether or not a punishment is it's time for a punishment. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go up to the land I promised an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey, but I will not go with you, because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way." When the people heard these distressing words, they began to mourn, and no one put on any ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, you are a stiff-necked people. If I were to go with you even for a moment, I might destroy you. Now take off your ornaments, and I will decide what to do with you." So the Israelites stripped off the ornaments at Mount Horeb. It's talking about ornaments because remember, when Israel left Egypt, they were told by God to ask for things. And so the Egyptians were super afraid and ready for them to go. So they gave them all their gold jewelry and all the things that they had. So here they are coming out of Egypt wealthy and even having dress and jewelry that is from the Egyptians. Now they're wearing them. And so they are also being told that they're stiff-necked people, basically stubborn. In the Bible, it goes through that a lot throughout different places of the Bible where it talks about man's stubbornness. And unfortunately, that is something that Israel has to deal with. And one way to deal with stubbornness is praying, humbling ourselves, and asking for forgiveness and speaking with the Lord.